On a 3+, I wipe out this Hexwraith unit.
I need 1 5. Oh! Both 5s.
I don't trust your dice.
Okay.
Should have trusted your dice.
Ah, terrible 4-ups. What's going on, Pouch?
Hello again. Welcome back once more to Hops and Drops TV.
Yes.
We're back with an exciting matchup, as always. Today we're playing Kharadron Overlords, an army that I have never played before, but...
Always wanted.
yeah, I've always wanted to. And also, we have Alfred behind the camera.
Hi.
Who, it's his army. So we're going to be kind of tag teaming a little bit on this to try and
2 versus 1.
Yeah. And Karl's bringing the Nighthaunt.
Again, after the changes.
Yeah. They're a little bit nerfed. I saw that their win rates were pretty low right now on the statistics as well. I mean, they're quite near the bottom. Almost Cruel Boys. Maybe we should do a bottom of the table
exactly.
matchup.
They're still good, I think, though.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't think either of us have any idea how this is going to go. So it's going to be kind of entertaining, I think.
For sure.
As always, if you're enjoying what we're doing here on Hops and Drops TV, please make sure to comment on the video, like the video, subscribe if you want to. That would be great to get us up to speed. We're touching on 1,000 subscribers now. I think we're almost at 800. So, yeah, if we can reach that milestone, it would be fantastic.
That would be amazing. And now we're doing something new. We're recording the battle in Milarki, it's called.
Yeah. So down in the description, you can see there'll be a link to Milarki, where it'll have an overview of how the game went, basically turn by turn, which battle tactics we chose. But don't click it if you don't want spoilers, because it will have the whole battle there. But if you're just here to see how it went, then feel free to check it out.
That is good.
If you also want to track your kind of casual games or tournament games, then check out Milarki. It's a great tool for that. We use it in all of our tournaments here in Sweden, basically for tracking all games. And it also now has support for clubs, so you can set up a club in there, and then you can have like a little club leaderboard as well. So we have a Hops and Drops leaderboard.
Which I think I'm in leading, actually.
Oh, yeah?
We'll see.
For how long?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah, so without further ado, run us through what mission we're playing today.
Yeah. So the mission that we're playing is Border War. It's a 4-objective mission, and the objectives themselves have a cap of 6 victory points. You get 1 from your home objective, you get 2 each for on the border of the enemy territory, and then you get 5 points for the enemy objective in their territory. And then you get 4 points for a battle tactic, as always. The underdog effect is that if the underdog charge with the unit, they get +1 to hit on all their attacks as long as they're contesting the enemy home objective.
Okay.
So it's quite a spicy little one, especially if you like turn 2 committer and underdog and stuff like that. So you might have some play this game, actually.
We're both very fast, and it's not unreasonable that we'll be fighting on one of our objectives. So, underdog ability is not bad at all.
Yeah, we have 2 forests here. We have 2 places of powers on the side.
Yep.
So not that relevant right now, at least.
No. Yeah. Well, yeah. Only
we're
really
all flying as well, so...
Exactly. The forests don't do much either.
No, exactly.
Okay, I'll run you through my deployment. I have won the roll-off, luckily. We're both 2 drops, so I got choice. So I've deployed probably in the same way that I would have done if I was not going with choice, but it doesn't. So it hasn't really impacted my deployment very much. Everything to start with is -1 to hit in my whole army, either with cover or by being wholly within 6 of a boat. So that's the first setup. Then I've deployed on the line here, and this is like probably the main thing I'll talk about. The reason why I've done this is I'm going to be giving Karl first turn anyway, and what I want to be able to do is, if Karl takes the turn and does nothing, I still need to be able to threaten things. So to do that, I need to be up forward, either with shooting or with combat or whatever. I need to be able to threaten things.
Makes sense.
But the other thing is, because I've got the redeploy with the boat, which allows me to then pick up both units of balloons here, it's quite protected. So my play here is, if Karl does want to run and charge and commit here, then he'll be 3 away from the balloons. I redeploy this boat, bring both units of balloons back. Karl will have a roughly 8-inch, 9-inch charge.
Even with 1-inch redeploy, it's like an 8-inch charge.
Exactly. 1-inch redeploy makes it about an 8-inch charge. And if he does nail that charge, then I have a counter charge with the other boat, which then sets me up to bring in my third unit of balloons with fights first, crit mortals, and everything.
Which will dent me quite a bit.
Yes, before you get to swing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'd probably just lose your unit coming in. But yeah, that's the idea anyway. These Arkanauts are sat in cover, ready to take over on this objective, and these Arkanauts are doing the same thing on this flank. That's about it. Not that many units. Brokk and the other little navigator are at the back just to throw out their buffs during the game. Yes. So how have you done?
I have deployed for going first, as we did the roll-off and I was expecting to go first. The 10 Hex Wraiths on one side and then 10 Dread Scythe Harridans on another. They're going to take the flanks as my first objective, battle tactic. And then I just have everything castled in the middle. I will most likely choose Executioner to be the bodyguard to Olinder. So this is like
combo.
This is an insane minus to attack bubble right here, and then you get the -1 to wound spell off and so on. So it's hard to commit into, and I wanted. First, I was thinking of having this unit of Hexwraith on the side as well, and that was my initial thought. But then I really like a unit to send in eventually and tank stuff, and having them on the side, I feel like Tom could commit into them his first turn, and I really don't want them to die. Then I rather just sacrifice one of these units.
Especially on that flank there, because I have this boat.
Exactly.
It could potentially...
Yeah, exactly. I have that boat there,
flank.
threaten this for sure. And now these 10 men, I don't really care about in this game because they do give -1 to wound when they charge, so they're not bad, but Tom has a lot of crit mortals, which is what I'm afraid of. So the -1 to wound on his attacks is not going to do that much in combat. So then I'm basically going to sacrifice them instead and keep this unit safe.
Sounds good. Okay, so it's on me to pick Honor Guard first, and because I choose first, it's not great to pick priority target, because if I put priority target on any of my units, Karl could in theory just go, I'm not going to pick anything, and then I don't get any bonuses anyway. I know for a fact that he's probably going to be picking his Executioner as well, so having +1 to hit and wound against the Linder and the Executioner, it's not really that great. So what I'm going to do instead is just take Bodyguard with Brokk and a 6-man unit of Balloon Boys.
Yeah.
This one here at the front.
Yeah.
Because it might come up. You never know. -1 attack is quite nice into Nighthaunt. So, yeah. But, yeah, we'll see if it's relevant. And you're going to pick...
Yeah, I'm going to have my bodyguard. Execution is going to be bodyguarding Olinder.
Yeah, for that -2
because
attacks.
It's such a strong combo, so... I could have, I guess, done -1 extra rend, but because of the horses giving -1 save when they charge, etc., I don't really need that as Nighthaunt.
No.
-1 attack is the way.
Cool. So then, without a surprise, I'm going to give you first turn.
Let's do it.
Because I would like to take a double at some point, I think.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
All right, thank you. Nighthaunt, top of turn 1. We are going to do take the flanks, like I mentioned, basically just now. It's very easy. I'm just going to walk up. I do have to auto-run with these guys, though. I don't like the odds of rolling a 1. Maybe you do, but it's not worth it. So there will be an auto-run there.
Yeah. It's going to cost you a command point at the very least.
It is. And then the place of power over there, so I'm not doing that. Are you doing any start off?
Nothing in the start off.
Then I'm going to go straight in casting Shade Mist with Olinder on this 20 block right there. I get it on a 9.
That's pretty good. I'm going to try and unbind this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a 9. So
All right,
you get it.
We get it. Then my Guardian of Soul is going to do the Shade Mist on my Hex Wraiths.
Yes.
That one I don't get.
All right. Ah,
and then, yeah, exactly. And then Olinder is going to cast the Gnashing Jaws. On a 12.
I'm glad I tried the unbind on the one I did. Because it's the only one.
Back from my movement phase. It was very non-exciting. They're taking the flanks. It is a little bit spicy though, that you might think like, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah.
He's not on the objectives. He's a crazy boy. Valid reason if that's the case, I mean, yeah. But I am taking the flanks, and the reason I'm not doing it is give 5 points and stopping Tom from doing attack on two fronts as his
Yes.
first
And
battle tactic.
picking up a unit, right? Like I can.
And picking up a unit, yeah. So now I mean, there is ways of Tom picking up a unit anyway, but I am far away, and then he has to commit to the sides and so on. But 5 points, underdog is quite a nice mechanic here, and extra command points is always nice. And 5 points is still, even if Tom does a 9 now, and banks on a double maybe, or don't get the double, then you know I have some plays around that.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, in my opinion. That's how I usually play it, this mission. Let me know if you play differently. So yeah, they ought to run up here to take this flank. They just moved because they had 12 inches. And then my block here in the middle, it just slightly scooched forward.
Yes.
That was it. And then
I did a redeploy. Yeah, so I rolled a 5-inch on these Arkanauts, super fast. The reason why I've done that is because Karl's committed only to getting 5 points this turn, and I'm going second in the battle round, so I'm set up to have the first double turn.
Yep.
I want to be scoring as many points as possible.
Yep.
Because if Karl's behind on points and doesn't have the ability to even get a double turn later in the game, then he can't catch up on that. So I want to score 9, probably, on my turn, and to do that, because these Arkanauts only move 4 inches, 4 inches, as it was, I would have had to have auto-run both to guarantee it.
Which is
and
impossible.
I didn't want to do that, and it's not possible even. So I've redeployed them so they can just scooch onto this objective, and then I can auto-run this unit onto that objective, because they are my throwaway units.
That's a good idea. And you made sure to stay outside of 12 here, because I would have done a cheeky charge otherwise. So
yeah, because you can run and charge with 1 unit, so...
Yes. Doing a little cheek. I don't have any shooting. Tom is going to do a little cheeky unleash hell.
Yep. I've got the command points made.
Covering fire, maybe it's called now.
Yeah, exactly. I can't do 10 damage to shut down the battle tactic, even with maximum output.
Yeah.
But I can do 8 with maximum output. But either way, I'm going to shoot with this frigate here into these Harridans, hitting on 5s. 1 hit.
Woo!
Wounding on 2s. 1 wound.
Oh!
Rend doesn't matter.
A 6.
Great. Good. That's a good start.
Yep.
Command point well spent.
Oh yeah.
Charges.
No charges.
Scoring.
5 points.
Excellent.
Home objective and battle tactic.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Good
was a quick one.
Yep.
And
I think my turn's probably going to be equally as quick.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
into KO, bottom of turn 1.
Yep. Kharadron's turn. Turn 1. I will take the center. Seize the center. Yeah, we're just measuring it up. Seize the center is what I'm going to do. Reason why I'm going to do that, you may be wondering, is because this redeploy castle is pretty nice. So I can just move up within 3 here, maybe do some pot shots. And I mean, the pot shots are going to be irrelevant because all your stuff just comes back to life, but either way. And then if Karl moves up, then I can redeploy the boat and pull everything back, hopefully. And then hopefully Karl fails a charge, and hopefully there's a lot of hopefullys.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm going to try and go for a 9-point turn, basically, with as I said, with the Arkanauts. So, yeah, no, my hero phase and start of turn is done.
Okay.
Actually, that's a lie. I have my Navigator.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, let's do the Navigator. 1. So I'm going to give this boat right here plus 3-inch move for the turn. And that is my hero phase. So then would you like to do anything?
I'm going to do a little magical intervention.
Okay.
And put down me flaming skull.
The anti-frigate.
The anti-frigate, exactly. I get a 3 with a -1, so...
Oh, okay.
That's not going to do it.
No. It is quite scary, though, against the frigates.
Yeah.
Like, when has the Burning Head ever been relevant against war machines?
Exactly.
And now it actually is.
All right. Win the game.
We'll move.
I forgot one little thing in my hero phase. Done it off cam. So I used the command point to take Discorporate on this unit, because it's the first time I play them since the change, and I forgot that it's now in any hero phase and not the reaction like in all-out defense anymore. So it has to be done in the any hero phase.
Yeah.
Still costs a command point though for some weird reason.
Mm-hmm. They really didn't like Nighthaunt doing well, so
like,
they just, nerf.
Field sergeant, no fly units. That's
Only retreat and charge on one unit now instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of everything.
So yeah, that puts me on 2 command points.
Cool.
And you moved.
I did. I've moved everything. So let's go through it. So to start with, the frigate over here that got the plus 3-inch move has moved up. Try and take out that unit on the flank. I mean, it's nice to just kind of do something with the turn. He moved and brought with him 1 unit of balloons and Big Brokk himself. Then I just moved up this unit of Arkanauts. They didn't run or anything. Probably could have run them, but they've got a 15-inch shoot. Yeah, because you fly. So this. Oh no, this isn't the woods. It's a place of power. So yeah, I can shoot there with my 15-inch shot anyway. I've made the play I mentioned of moving up into the centre here. So I've just moved these units so they can shoot, or well, 1 unit can shoot because they get the extra 2-inch range from the heroic trait, is it, or artifact? I think one of the 2 from the Navigator. So I can shoot with 5 models into you there. The risky play here is that Karl has 2 command points and an 11-inch counter charge. And if he makes that 11-inch counter charge, he basically probably wins the game. Because, it would be really bad. So we'll see how this goes. But 11 inch is pretty low odds.
It is pretty low.
But it is classic Karl.
I am called Karl 11-inch charge.
Yeah.
So
Not only charge.
Only charge.
Then I've run up the Arkanauts.
That took me a while.
On this flank.
Yeah.
With an auto run, so I've 1 command point left. So I will be scoring 9 points, providing Karl doesn't make a 9-inch charge. That's it. You didn't redeploy because you want your command points.
Exactly, yeah.
So I'm going to just try and do some shooting, I suppose.
For sure.
KO phase.
Yeah.
Okay, Kharadron shooting phase. Yes. This is where it matters. Lots of dice rolling to do. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to start over on the left-hand side, or my left-hand side, flank here. I'm going to put all of my Skywardens into your Harridans.
Yep. That's what they can reach.
Not minus to wound against these ones. Nope. No shade miss. So it's going to be 3s to hit, 3s to wound.
Yep.
With all my pistol shots.
Very cool.
8.
At rend, irrelevant.
8, you say? So 5, 6 upwards. Nothing.
5 die.
5 be dead.
Great start.
Yep.
All right, Big Brokk into the Harridan unit. He's got his little laser beam, 18-inch range. 3s to hit. Hits. 2s to wound. 1.
Oh, big.
Then he's got 6 shots on 3s and 3s.
Yep. 3 saves, 4 ups. 1.
2 damage each.
Oh dear. 6 upward. 1. 3 die.
3 die. 2 left. Arkanaut Company, they have 2 guns in range. They have the 1-shot gun. Hits.
Oh.
Does it wound on a 3?
Yes.
It wounds on a 3.
I have a 4-up save. No. D3 damage.
D3 damage. 1.
Oh, they're alive.
6 up ward.
Here's a 6-up.
All right,
Miss.
1 more dead. And then I have the Gatling gun, which is 2d6 shots from this Arkanaut Company. 7.
I think he's dead. 2 4-ups.
Or 1 damage.
1 6.
All right, we get him. Good shooting.
My 4-ups has been terrible 4-ups. What's going on, Pouch?
Yeah. Okay, next up, we've got the Skywardens. They've got the plus 2-inch range extra from my Navigator, so they're going to shoot into...
The Bladegeist Revenants.
Bladegeist Revenants. 5 of them can shoot. 1 of them's unfortunately out of
Or
range.
Spirit Tormentors, everyone call every unit in Nighthaunt.
Everything's a Spirit Torment. So it's going to be 3s and 4s now because you've got your Shade Mist off. 4.
Coming in big, the Shade Mist. 4-up. Save, obviously. Failed them all.
Oh, they're 1 damage each. So you got 5 up ward.
Yeah. I warded all, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, that was a 6.
Yeah. All right, well, there you go then.
Failed them all.
Fail all the 4-ups, make all the 5-ups. Nice. Let's do some boats. Next up, I'm going to activate the frigate on my left. He's only got the long-range shots, and he's going to be shooting into the Spirit Torment.
Exactly, the Spirit Torment.
Okay, hitting on 4s, and then normally wounding on 2s, but wounding on 3s now. So 4s to hit, 2 hits, I like that. 3s to wound, 2 wounds.
Oh
That's
dear.
good. This is D3 plus 1 damage.
4 up, save 1.
Okay, D3 plus 1. 2. 2 damage.
5 ups, save 1. So
Okay,
1.
1 dead.
Yep.
Yes. And now I'm going to do exactly the same with the other frigate. Into
very
the same
nice.
unit. 4's to hit. 1 hit.
Okay.
3's to wound. Success.
Okay. 4 up. Success.
All right, so we only kill 1.
Yep.
And I think that's done it. That's it for my shooting, because the other shots aren't in range from the frigate. So not bad. I was hoping, honestly, to kill maybe 3 or 4 more from them. But yeah, overall, not too bad.
Not at all.
So now it's charges, the sweaty phase, because I don't have any.
Yeah.
But you do.
I do. And it's a juicy one.
It is.
So here we go.
Yep.
11 is what's needed.
11 inch to win the game.
11 in to win the game. Boom.
Oh!
10!
Oh!
I just saw the 6.
Oh my god, my heart.
Alas.
Okay. All right.
We continue playing.
We continue. Exactly. We continue the game. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so then that's the end of the turn.
Nice.
So scoring-wise, I get my battle tactic of seize the center. I have both of the flank objectives and my home, so that's a total of 9 points.
Very nice.
For the turn.
Good turn. Yeah.
And then it'll be a prio, which is very interesting because I am set up for a good old double right now.
Yes. Very, very interesting for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's roll it.
You're gonna have to beat my 6.
Well, I can't.
To get the double.
I'll roll it anyway. All right. Yeah.
So I'm gonna continue the turn.
Makes a lot of sense. Cool.
Nighthaunt, turn 2. The ghosts are coming for you.
I know.
We're gonna do not waver as my battle tactic.
Yep.
And that's it, because no place of power
Nope.
again. Olinder is gonna start off with shade misting my hex wraiths in the back. She gets a 6.
That's awkward because I could actually unbind that, but I don't want Shade Mist on the other unit.
Yep. Fair enough.
Because going into the horses, I mean, they're so tanky anyway. But you might just get like a million. All right, let's try and unbind this one.
Okay.
9.
Yep.
No Shade Mist on the horses.
Then we're gonna try and cast it on the horses again.
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. With the 7.
Okay, all right, yeah. There was a chance that you failed it at least.
And then Linda's gonna do her last spell.
Yep.
She's going to cast
A Burning
the
Head.
Burning Head on the 5. It goes off
I
on
think
5.
it goes off on a 5, yeah.
It does.
Nice. Scary.
I am going to discorporate my Hex Wraiths here in the back.
So they're -1 to wound and 5 up ward now.
Quite tanky.
And 3 wounds
3
each.
wounds each and unrendable.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I will go into my movement and be right back.
Cool.
I have moved with basically everything.
Yeah.
A bit more aggressive than last turn.
Yeah.
The center block moved up, basically outside of combat range.
Outside of 3.
Outside of 3. And there was a cheeky little redeploy there.
Yeah,
so we have some kind of charge. We have an 11 inches.
12, I think.
12
inch
even,
charge
12
there.
even.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a 5-inch redeploy on the boat, and then I pulled all the balloons back with me.
Yeah,
so.
But they are staying together in the castle, so they're still tanky.
Yeah.
And then I auto-ran and did run and charge on my Hex Wraiths.
Yep.
Because I'm underdog, so I still have 3 command points. They basically made sure that they are within charge range of both of his blocks here.
Yes.
Because if I didn't do that and I didn't commit far enough with these guys, he would have just done the redeploy shenanigans there.
Yes.
Which would have.
I mean, you still would have been able to kill these, but that's it.
Sure,
really.
but that's bad.
Yeah.
Ideally, I want to try and.
Because they would be over here then.
Exactly. Yeah. So I had to commit up with both of them essentially to bait that redeploy in the middle.
Yep.
Is what I wanted.
But I'm happy with that. I mean, it's exactly what I needed to do, right?
Yeah.
Seize the center and then get out again.
Yeah, for sure. It's good. And then I have my Gnashing Jaws. He went to 7 inches.
Yeah.
It's got a little charge there, and then these Hex Wraiths are going up to
So
charge.
your do not waver is very secure.
Yeah.
Because the only things that I can covering fire into are your 2 units of 30 wound Hex Wraiths, and I'm not going to kill either of them. So.
No, yeah. with a -1 to be wounded as well. So,
yeah.
And for my shooting, I'm not gonna shoot with. I have the skulls in range of the Arkanaut, but I don't want to make my charge hard.
I mean, if you pick up 6, it will make your charge like a 5-inch, basically. So you don't want to do that.
No, and I'm not too afraid of them in combat against these guys anyway. So.
No.
Yeah, that's my movement, and that's the redeploy.
And the shooting.
And the shooting. You're
so
not
then
doing
it's whether
any...
or not I want to cover fire. So I'll have a quick think on if it's worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, no covering fire for me. Not worth it. I'll save my command points. I need them for my turn. And an all-out defense, potentially. So then it's straight into charges.
Yeah. And I am going to start with my hex wraiths on my left.
Yeah. 3-inch. 10-inch.
I wanted that there.
Yeah.
I'm using that there instead. All right. I will put them in. Then we're going to do my gnashing jaws.
Yeah, I need like a 9 or an 8.
An 8?
Oh, I might make it.
Could do it. Could do it. Let's measure. Made it in with an 8.
Yeah,
and killed
exactly
4 of them with a mortal impact. And my
Hex wraiths.
Hex wraiths over here.
3-inch. 7. All right.
Charging with these guys.
Yeah, 12.
Charges are finished.
Yeah, no impact mortals from the Hex Wraiths into the boat. Roll 2.
And none from the Hex Wraiths there.
No.
Gnashing did 4.
Exactly.
And I, in the charge phase, chose the boat to get -1 to his saves.
Yes.
Or
exactly.
her saves.
And the reason, there was a play potentially to not pull the boat into combat, but then I could have counter-charged into the Hex Wraith, and then I would have had Brokk and the Skywardens swinging in, strike first. Extra attacks from Brokk as well.
Yeah.
So
would have hurt a lot. It would have been a lot of unnecessary damage.
Exactly.
So I rather just hold them up there because they are minus to be wounded. They have a 5-up board, so their tank is crazy. So
and I'm only hitting you with a boat and the Arkanaut Company. So.
Yeah.
If I kill one, I'll be happy.
Yeah. Unfortunately, everything failed. This one failed as well. Would have liked him up a little bit.
Yeah.
And these ones, needed 12.
They needed a 12 to get in here anyway. So.
Yeah. I guess you saw that on the cam, but
yeah.
I'll say it anyway.
So where are you swinging?
Yeah, I will start off with my horses over there.
Yeah, cool. Pile in.
The Hex Wraiths have piled in and are going to put 9 of them into the
frigate.
The frigate. I'm just banking all of it, see if I can kill it or not. We'll see.
I mean, it's probably your best chance in the game to kill a boat.
Yeah.
So
it is.
Depending on what happens later, but
if I kill it, good. If I don't, at least he has less HP left, I guess.
And I can't heal it with these guys because they're Skyfarers.
Exactly,
they're not Endrinriggers. So.
I made sure to not tag them in combat and also not Brokk in combat.
Yeah.
And then one horse is going to be swinging to Arkanaut.
You've all out attack.
I did an all attack.
I've all out defense.
Yes.
So it's going to be 4 up
reasonable reaction from you.
Yes.
Here we go. 3s and 4s.
Yep.
But always crit auto wounds.
Very nice.
Got 6 of them, so that's nice.
Well, that's pretty good. All right, 9 4-up saves. Saving 5 of them. Very good.
Bad. So 8 damage.
8 damage taken.
Yeah.
So then it's the horses. Okay, so 8 saves from the horses.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, 10 saves from the horses.
Yes, sir.
I'm on 3-up saves, and I've got 6 wounds left.
Easy.
The odds are in my favour.
Yep.
But we'll see. Yeah, that looks all right.
Yep.
Okay, I take 4, so he's got 2 wounds left.
Yeah. That's a bit sad. My 1 dude into the Arkanauts.
Yep.
So 1 at round 1. Round 0, because I put it on the
4 up.
ship.
Kills an Arkanaut.
1 damage.
Okay, I'm going to activate my Arkanaut Company over here, just try and do some damage to the Hex Wraiths. I'm aware that Alinda might just bring him back, but I'm not going to kill a burning jaws thing anyway. So, so you're on the objective, so I'm +1 to hit.
Okay.
Hey, we kill 1.
Kill 1 Hex Wraith.
Lovely.
Not bad. My gnashing jaws gonna swing.
Gonna destroy them.
Forced hit. 2, 3, I mean, and 2. Round 1.
2 at round 1, so 2 5-ups.
Yep.
No, so that's 4 damage.
Yep.
Okay, I am going to activate this Arkanaut Company. I've piled them all onto the objective there. -1 to wound though, so I'm hitting on 3s because you're on the objective, and then wounding on 5s.
2 4-up saves then. I save 1.
Yep, 1 damage, 5-up board.
5-up board. I take 1.
Good job, Arkanaut.
So they swung with their scythes
Yeah.
and killed the rest of them.
Yeah, there was only 2 Arkanauts left.
4
so-
died, yeah. Oh, 2 left,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
all
they,
right.
they got toasted.
Yeah.
So then it's my boat to swing.
Yep.
We'll do that.
Yep.
1.
Whoop, 4 up. Goes through.
1 damage.
5 up. Takes.
Hey!
We're back from the combat.
Yeah.
There was, a bit of stuff happened. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to kill the vessel over there.
No, but he is stuck in combat with 2 wounds.
He is stuck in combat with 2 wounds, so it is a
The retreat is a bit scary.
scary little retreat. And no way of healing him, I guess.
No, not right now anyway.
Not right now, yeah. And then in the end, I did a power through onto the Arkanaut, killed 2 of them, I think, and just moved onto the objective, so I hold it, because there are 7 now.
Exactly.
And I am more, and then I keep them both in combat, because I don't want him to charge and rally and, everything else. Yeah,
exactly.
So I want him in combat. Over here, they destroy this, so I hold this one, and I hold this one, and I complete my do no waiver.
So you get 9 points.
So I get 9 points.
Very nice.
Yeah. With that, it's your go.
Cool. See what I can do. Okay, Kharadron Overlords turn 2. Let's see how much damage I can do this turn, because I'm going to try and do as much as I physically can, and then hopefully get double. Who knows?
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Yeah, start a turn, no place of power for either of us, but I'm going to take a battle tactic, and I'm going to take their lands on that one over there.
Yes.
The forest in the back.
Should be very doable.
I hope so. We'll see though.
Yep.
Primarily because Karl doesn't have a counter charge. That's like the one thing that's making it feasible over there. And I'm going to try and take out this Hexwraith unit, even though they have Shade Mist on. I can remove their ward this turn and just try and blast them.
Yes, sir.
So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so then in the hero phase, all I have is my Mr. Navigator. So I'll use his ability. 6 dice. No 1s, that's a shame, but 1 6. So I'll give +3 move to this frigate here. And then it's over to you.
Yes.
You want to do it.
Yes, I had a few options. I had a Discorporate that unfortunately costs command point. And I also have a magical intervention if I want to. I was thinking about the Discorporate, but essentially the unit that I put it on Tom will take away the ward from that one.
Exactly.
So gives the same. It's the same if I don't put the 5-up ward there, because he will turn off one of my 6-up wards.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna use my last command point for magical intervention to cast a Shade Mist with Olinder onto my Executioner.
Yes.
I have a feeling Tom might want to kill him rather than these guys, because he's very strong.
We'll talk about that in the shooting phase, because the Executioner is priority number 1 for me right now.
Yes, and he has my artifact to bring stuff back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll try to cast that, basically. I don't get it, a 5.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Well, I won't unbind.
Yep.
Cool. In that case, we'll move. Let's talk through it. So my sky balloons.
Sky balloons, yes.
Yes. Have moved over here.
They moved closer to my spirit torments.
Yes, exactly. They've moved over. Skywardens, that's the word.
Yep.
To charge here and shoot off the burning head.
Yes, sir.
Because I can't dispel it, so I have to shoot it. I've remained in combat with the boat, because it would die, probably, if I retreated. Brokk's moved up, just because he can. And he can shoot and charge and do stuff. I retreated with the Arkanaut Company to give more space once my boat goes in to get these other 2 balloon boys in, because it was a little bit touch and go there. These have just moved, this two units here, because I might want to power through if there's any Hexwraiths remaining, and then that allows me to move them as well, because they haven't moved with the boat yet.
And the charging doesn't count as a move.
Exactly. So I can charge in, bring them into combat,
you nasty
fight
KO
first.
players.
Yeah, fight first, power through, go over there somewhere. Yeah.
It's not bad.
I'm giving up on this objective because Karl can take it with 10 Hex Wraiths guaranteed, or this unit, whatever's left. And my plan with my shooting phase is effectively to try and take down that Executioner.
Yep.
For 3 reasons.
Yep.
The first one, he's bodyguard with a Linda, so if he's in combat, I'm -1 attack. The second reason, he gives -1 attack on a 2+.
Yep.
The third reason, he has Karl's artifact for
bringing back half
a unit once it's died. The fourth reason, there's another one, he has once per game +1 attack.
Yep.
And I can kill him before he gets to use that.
Yep.
So it's all riding on that Executioner, and I've got a lot of stuff that can shoot him. I know for a fact that he's probably going to be picking his Executioner as well, so having +1 to hit and wound against the Linda and the Executioner, it's not really that great.
Yep.
And that's why you did Shade Mist on
That's
him,
why I did Shade Mist, yeah.
So we'll see what we can do. Let's start with shooting, and I'm going to begin with this unit of Skywardens, and they're going to shoot everything into the Burning Head, so that I can get that out of the way.
Yep. Burning Head's toast.
Toasted.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to activate my Skywardens at the back here now. They're going to do everything into the Executioner.
Yes.
And I'm going to all-out attack to negate the Guarded Hero.
Yes.
So it's going to be 3s and 3s with all of it.
Yes.
And I'm down to 1 command point. All right, here we go. 3s to hit. That's spectacular. 3 misses.
That is looking very good.
Well, that was great. 3s to wound.
God damn it, what the hell?
Christ. I like 3s and 3s. This is the same, when we played KO before, you know, with the Gargants, the shooting was like, nuts. Too many to count.
Somehow 13 went on. 13 went through. That's insane.
4-ups. Oh, that's good.
Though.
That's
Only
good.
4.
Oh, that's good. Okay. And then you've got your 6-up wards as well.
He has a 5-up ward.
5-up ward.
Yeah. Do 1.
Okay, so
he's
taken 3.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that made up for my shooting at least. But he's still only 2 wounds left.
Yeah.
Okay, now the Endrinriggers, same target. Previously it was 3s and 3s with the Skywardens, but now these guys are on 4s and 4s.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
And I got a 6 save. 6 saves.
4-ups.
4-ups, yeah. Make 4 of them.
Oh, 2 go through.
I need 1 5. Oh, both 5s.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to have to do the whole boat into him now as well, which I really didn't want to do. But I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
So we're going to go with the boat,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to put everything into him as well.
Yep.
I'm getting a bit sweaty now.
I'm getting, I don't want to get hopeful because I know he's going to die.
Yeah, I'm getting sweaty. And I'm not liking
If
this.
he lives, it's big.
It's big. Okay, so I'll start with the carbines. 3s and 3s on these, so 4s and 3s.
4s and 3s.
Hitting on 4s. 2.
Okay. Moving on 3s.
2. Oh, there you go. 4-up saves.
4-up saves. Both go through.
2 damage each.
Oh,
I think that might do it.
I've done the 5-ups before.
5-ups.
He's dead.
Okay, all right, we get him. Phew! Big man Brokk.
He died, my little executioner.
He did, the Executioner died, yeah.
On the wound.
No, it was quite
A bit more.
overkill.
A bit more.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say so.
Yeah. So Brokk is going to shoot everything he's got into the Blade Geists. 1.
4-up save. Yep.
Cool. And then lastly, I have my frigate here that's in combat, but I don't really want to shoot with it because it's going to make my charge 1 inch longer with the boat, and I don't want to risk that. So.
Yep.
So now we'll charge with everything and see what KO can do in combat instead. All right, I'm going to start with my frigate. It's the one that is most important. It has to get into combat for me to pull off what I want to pull off. It's a 5-inch charge.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what it gets. 6. Great.
I'll
Move
do
it in. Okay, that's them in.
Yep.
The boat made it, and then I put both the Endrinrigger unit and the Skywarden unit in combat there. They get fight first. Very nice.
Yep.
I forgot to mention in the shooting phase, but I'm using my once per game from the Navigator to remove the ward save from the Hex Wraiths.
Yes.
Even though it's only a
Spirit
6-up. The Spirit Torments, yeah. Only because it's a 6-up. It's only a 6-up, but because I'm doing crit mortals, it means every mortal wound that goes through is damage, and I like that. So I'm just hoping for 6s, basically.
Pretty nice.
Next, we're going to charge with Brokk, because then he can give +1 attack to this unit of Skywardens. He rolled 10. Okay, Brokk's moved in, and unfortunately, with an 11-inch, it would have been perfect because I would have been able to go over the top of the Hexwraith unit to then get both Skywarden units within combat range of him at the start of the combat phase.
Yep.
Give them both +1 attack. So I'm trying a different method for that now, where I've got these ones within 3 of him, and if I make an 8-inch charge with this unit at the back, then they can string to get the buff for +1 attack as well. So I'm going to charge with them now, and if they get lower, then it's not the end of the world. They can just go at the end here and take their lands. So,
yes, sir.
Skywarden unit. It's a 9, so I can do it.
Yep.
So I'm going to string them all the way to Brokk.
Yep.
Good stuff. Everything got in. Very nice.
Yeah.
No charge phase abilities from either of us. Combat phase abilities. Brokk is going to use his to give both Skywarden units +1 attack. Very nice.
Very nice when they have
Crit
some mortals.
Yep. Yeah. Hopefully we roll some 6s. And then I get to activate all of my strike first units, which is the Endrinriggers and this unit of Skywardens. And I'm going to start with the Endrinriggers.
Not the boat itself, no?
No, the boat doesn't get strike first.
Okay. Okay.
So this Endrinrigger unit is going to activate. I'm going to pile them closer to the terrain there and swing in.
Yep.
They've got Shade Mist on, so it's going to be 4s and 4s with all of their attacks.
Yes,
Rend
sir.
2, irrelevant.
Shit, not the rend.
4s to hit. And 4s to wound. Also not great. Only 4.
4, you
That is
say?
Below average.
4 saves for me then. I only say 1 though.
Okay, so that's 3d3
Yeah.
for 5 damage
Okay.
in total.
Kills 2 horses.
Yep. Okay, now I'll be activating my Skywardens, and they have crit mortals, so we're hoping for a lot of 6s.
Yep.
3s to hit, 4s to wound with
Because
this.
Shade Mist.
Because Shade Mist, +1 attack. So 3s to hit. I can see 3 6s. 4s to wound.
Yep.
Only 4,
Okay.
so not the best.
4 4-ups. 3.
Nice, 2 damage, so 8 damage in total. So that's going to kill another
3 horses. On the wound.
Okay, then it is the activation of the other Skywarden unit as my non-fight first activation. They're going to do everything again into the Hexwraiths. And I've piled so that they are wholly within 6 of this boat now, so that everything there is -1 to hit at least in Karl's turn. And it's all movable as well if I redeploy the boat later. Or power through with my last command point. So let's do it again. 3s and 4s.
Another 2 horses.
4s to wound.
Yep.
4. Again.
4 4-ups. Do 3.
Again.
8 damage again.
8 damage again.
2 horses.
Yeah.
My horses are swinging everything into that ship.
Yeah, and I'm going to use my last
Arkanaut.
command point for an all-out defense because I'm not going to be able to power through with my boat. We just checked. If I was within 6 of these Bladegeist, I would potentially have piled there so that I tag you in combat. The boat takes a bit of damage, maybe, from them, but then I'd be able to power through and get him and 2 balloon units out of dodge.
Yeah,
but I'm
could have been hard to have this within wholly
yeah,
within
they,
6
them
though,
probably not, but yeah, you never know. The downside is though that he's just outside of 6, like by like millimeters. So I'm not able to make that. So I'm just going to use my command point now for.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Well,
Go for it then.
I'm not hoping killing it, but we'll see. There's 1 6 at least.
Nice. The 4s and 4s.
Yep. So 4.
That's good.
Yeah. Run 1.
So 4 3-ups.
Yep. Yeah, he died.
He actually died. We got him.
Didn't even have to do the horse attacks.
Nope. Okay, then it's Mr. Brokk himself. 5 attacks.
Can he do it?
Just pile him onto the objective. And 3s to hit, 4s to wound. 3 hits.
Yes, sir.
He can't kill them now. 1.
Not with that. 1 4-up. We're good.
Nice. Okay, not quite as much damage as I was hoping.
No.
It would have been great if I'd wiped them to be able to keep the boat alive.
There is a bit more damage though.
Yeah, there's a little bit more damage to do. In theory, I can still kill them.
Yeah.
But yeah, saving that command point in hindsight would have been good for another power through with Brokk as well, because he could have done another D3 mortals to you, just to try and take you out. But we'll go down the line and we'll roll some Skywardens and Brokk end of turn damage. So we'll start with them then.
Yep.
On a 3.
Yep.
I do 3 damage actually.
All right. So 1.
Okay, so then this Skywarden unit.
Yep.
Another 3.
Very nice.
And then I need Brokk to do 1 damage. So I need
because of that, I will do the other way.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Leave him. Yeah. So Brokk, on a 3+, I wipe out this Hexwraith unit.
Alrighty.
Yay. I should have kept that command point for a power through.
Now I'm going to roll a 6 with my Linders.
To get 2 back.
To get 2
Yeah, I know. I know you are. So, yeah, unfortunately doesn't die, but I can now move both of these Skywarden units, and they can retreat without taking damage. So I'm going to do that and see where they end up. Okay, I've moved both of my units of Skywardens. One of them's gone off into the back there to 100% take those lands, but mainly just to kind of split up my forces a little bit. And then the other unit moved into over the boat here, outside of 3 from the Blade Geists, just to make sure that it's an extra couple of inches now that Karl has to stay away before I redeploy the boat and then hopefully pull them out as well, just to make those charges a little bit longer if he wins Prio. So at the end of the turn, I hold 2, I hold 1 for 1, 1 for 2, so that's 3 points, and then my battle tactic. So I get 7, which puts me in the lead by 2 points right now.
Yep.
So then we have a Prio roll, and we've just been discussing this a little bit. I think it's probably a nature of the matchup. It might be the case that whoever wins this roll wins the game.
Yeah, essentially.
At this point.
Yeah.
I am in a very good position right now to, if I win the double, take out all of Karl's center here, and then he's doing the whole of the rest of the game with only 10 Hexwraiths. Alternatively, though, if Karl wins the turn here, he could potentially table me almost, depending on charge rolls.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it depends on how tanky this unit is, or your charge rolls.
Yeah,
is what's going to determine it. So this Prio
is an interesting
one. But stick with us, depending on who wins, because it's probably still going to be an entertaining game.
It will.
But if it is looking over by the end of this turn, we might just call it. We'll have to see how it goes.
You have to beat my 5.
Oh, so I actually need a 6
roll
to get a double.
Yeah.
I've missed.
Oh.
A 4.
All right,
okay.
I'll take it. Sweet. Okay, we are back for turn 3, I think, right? Top of turn 3. I managed to win the roll-off.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah, it is.
But we'll see what happens.
My start of turn, I am going to pick seize lands, or take their lands, I guess it's called on this one right here.
Yeah.
Because he's in range. Nice little walk or stroll over there. And I don't have any place of power, but you do.
I do. I'll take it on Brokk. Missed. Get it?
You get it.
Excellent. So two unbinds now.
Very nice, eh? Then I will start casting with Olinder.
Yep.
She's gonna do a little shade mist onto my revenants. Get it on a 9.
That's annoying. I think I'm going to try and unbind this.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's a 3.
Yeah, so I can't fail it. Okay. You get it?
Yep. And then my Guardian of Souls is going to cast his spell. And he's going to cast Shade Mist onto Olinder. He also gets it, 1 to 6.
I think I'm okay with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for my last spell, Olinder is going to do a little damaging spell on this one.
Okay.
Because he's outside of range for Spectral Lure to bring something back. So we do it on those guys. It doesn't go off.
Okay, well, my unbind didn't matter.
And you don't have anything to do?
Well, you have Olinda, right? Or is that
I do
movement
have
phase?
Olinda, yes,
Yeah.
of course. Hero phase, don't forget.
Yeah.
Her once per battle onto the Hex Wraiths, and one of these guys come back.
Yeah, you get him back guaranteed. And the reason
Yeah.
you're doing it now is because there's probably not going to be an opportunity in this game to get any more value out of it.
Exactly. Either
So-
everything is dead or I completely failed all my charges and then I'm dead.
Yeah.
So
You may as well try and get 2 Hex Wraiths back.
Exactly. On a 6, 1 is guaranteed because it's +3 to the roll.
Yeah.
On a 6, it's 2.
Yeah, on a 5 or a 6.
On a 5 or a 6. A 2.
Okay, so you get 1 back.
Yep. Welcome back to end of movement phase.
This Slaughterfest.
This Slaughterfest indeed. Olinda managing to, well, these being alive
This is like
period is insane.
biggest moment of the game is those Hex Wraiths not dying.
Yeah.
Because it stopped me from being able to redeploy 12 balloons and the boat back this way.
Yeah, for sure.
And outside of charge range.
Yeah. We'll talk more about that in the wrap-up, but
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Because of that, yeah, the redeploy is awkward, and it was only redeploy 2 inches, but we'll
Yeah.
get back to that. I auto-ran my Hex Wraith, just joined them,
Yep.
18 towards the army. Gnashing Jaws went 10,
10, yeah.
I think it was. He ran normally, got a 6, so he's on the
On the
objective,
objective.
and my
Taking
battle
the
tactic.
lands.
Yeah. These guys walked
8.
8. These guys have run and charge.
Mm-hmm.
Olinda just walked up as well to be closer to everything. She's
Yep.
gonna shoot. Woo!
Exactly.
She's gonna lift her veil. Instead of D6 mortals, it's a shooting attack.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, as you can see in the tray, the redeploy was 2 inches.
Yeah. With
And
the,
what did you do?
So I redeployed, I moved 2 inches this way after picking up the Endrinriggers and the unit of Skywardens. These Hex Wraiths are the biggest pain in my ass in the world, so I've placed them over here basically just to mass up here. I mean, I'm a little bit scared of the combat attacks from these Blade Geists, but like I think just mobbing there is the best of my options basically. There was a couple of other things I could have done, but ultimately all of it was a little bit meh whilst these Hex Wraiths were alive. So there wasn't really an option for me to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I've made it at least so that if Karl charges into these Endrinriggers, he pulls in the unit of Skywardens at the back,
Yep.
And it might not be able to have that many of them attacking, but these Hex Wraiths can charge in combat, so
Yeah.
they might be dead anyway. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's, I mean, basically if Karl rolls like a bunch of double 1s on the charge, then it's all good for me.
Then we're good, yeah.
But if he doesn't, it might be a bit tough.
Yes.
Either way,
I'm gonna
Shooting.
lift my veil with Olinda. She's
Yeah.
gonna shoot into these balloon boys back here.
yep, she wants
the,
the range
the
12.
mortal one. Yeah. So 2 up, 2 up. Yeah, run 2.
So 6 up save. Nope.
D6, 4.
So 2 die. I've ummed and ahed a little bit, and I'm gonna covering fire, but with my frigate. I was just kind of mathing the averages and everything, and I'd maybe kill like 2, maybe if I'm lucky 3 Blade Geists. It's not really going to do a dent. So I think the best opportunity I have is to honestly do that much damage into the Hex Wraiths, because if I manage that, then this unit isn't doing impact mortals. You're less likely to get -1 to save on the relevant things. So I think trying to take out this Hex Wraith unit is the best. Unfortunately, Karl just killed 2 of these Skywardens because they would have been the best target for this onto the Hex Wraiths. But now I think the boat is the best, so I'm going to do the frigate, basically. So the carbines to start with hit on 4s.
Yep.
3
Okay.
hits,
All right, very nice.
wound on 3s, 1,
4 up save. That was good. Goes through.
it's 2 damage.
Okay.
And then I need one of these to go through, basically. 5s to hit. No.
2
So
wards.
2 wards.
Goes through.
Kill 1 then. Not good enough.
That's it for the shooting. We'll head into charges.
Yeah.
And I will start off with my Gnashing Jaw. No.
No.
I guess
That needed a very long charge. But
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Now the ones that matter.
Hex Wraiths.
Need a 4, I think.
A 6.
That'll do it.
Okay. They didn't go as far as I wanted, but that'll do.
And it's not worth the reroll. It's too risky.
Exactly. Olinda.
Yeah.
Gonna charge.
Okay.
A 3.
Okay,
She
good
doesn't
job you
make
didn't re-roll them then.
Yeah, she doesn't make it.
All right, so then...
That's a bit sad. Then we will charge with these guys.
Yeah,
That's an 8.
that's nice.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's it for the charges.
yeah. Talk us through it.
Yes, these guys charged in here. And I essentially, because first I was going to commit in here, but it's an awkward split and how many actually reach there.
Yeah.
And
So you've decided basically not to pull these Skywardens into
exactly
combat
with
the Blade
these
Geist.
ones.
Yeah.
I mean, they could potentially, go somehow anyway.
Yeah.
But basically, I want to have these guys kill here,
Yeah.
and then hopefully killing these guys as well.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Endrinriggers.
and
I
then
mean, it's highly likely.
yeah, and then this guy is gonna go into this boat and
Yes.
maybe not kill it, but it will tie up forever.
Yeah.
And these guys are giving -1 to their hit effect on these guys because these do mortals, and then these.
Yeah, there's no point in giving -1 to hit to the Skywardens.
No, or these ones, yeah. So, and this guy is gonna give -1 to save to the boat.
Yep.
And
then there's no fight last because...
no fight
Olinda-
last because Olinda didn't make it in.
Yeah.
But we have a bit of mortal impacts.
Yes.
So we're gonna do these horses into those Arkanauts.
Yep.
For nothing.
Well, that's the one I wanted you to... I wouldn't mind damage there. I want you to fail this one.
So into these balloon
Into
boys.
the Skywardens.
2.
Okay, so 1 dies then.
Blade guys just swinging.
Yeah.
10 of them into these Skywardens, and then 9 of them into
Endrinriggers.
Endrinriggers.
There was one guy that needed to just bridge the coherency gap and
Exactly.
couldn't swing.
Sacrifice for the greater good.
Exactly.
So we'll start into these guys.
Yeah.
There I don't have -1 to hit from the boat, so
Exactly.
it's 2s and 3s.
2s and 3s, 6s are good.
6s are good. And then however many wounds that was.
3s to wound now.
3s to wound.
Okay, 5 up saves then.
Yeah.
I think they're probably dead. We'll see. 1 survives. I'll probably leave him out of combat actually.
Yeah.
Because it's better for me in the long run to do that.
Yep.
So
And then 9 into the Endrinriggers.
now these are -1 to hit, so you're on 3s and 3s.
Yes, sir. 3s to wound.
You.
Wow.
Okay.
2 fails.
So,
-1 to hit, less models, and more went through.
20 went through instead of 18 on the previous one lot. But now I'm on 4 up saves.
You sure are.
Drop 1. I don't trust your dice.
Okay.
Should have trusted your dice.
Ah.
1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead, 5
You were right.
dead.
You were correct.
To the wound.
Oh my god.
They die to the wound. This is what it is. I've now got 3 Skywardens that are going to try and take out this Hex Wraith.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
1 6.
1 6 potentially. You've got a ward now.
I got a ward.
Yeah.
Well,
So 3s and 3s. No 6s, but 5 hits. 3s to wound. 4.
4 up saves.
Yep.
Make 2. 3, I mean.
So if you make a 6, he lives.
A6,
Don't you dare.
people.
Don't you dare. I'm so fed up of this. Okay. Oh, thank you. Finally. Oh, finally. All right.
Hex Wraiths are swinging through, and they're gonna 5 into the boat. So all I could reach.
Yeah.
And then 5 into those Arkanauts.
Yep. Into the boat first then? Or the Arkanauts first?
First into the boat. Force. 1 6.
4s to wound.
Yep. Force to wound. So we have 4.
Okay.
We've run 2.
Yeah. So 4 5 up saves. Saving 2, so taking 4.
4 damage so
And
far.
then it's the horses.
Yeah. 5s. The 6s
Nice.
are good.
5 4 ups. Saving 3 of them, taking another 2. So 6 taken on the boat.
Yep.
And then into the soon to be very dead Arkanaut Company.
6 damage.
Yeah, they're dead then.
Okay.
I'm going to put my boat, it's going to swing into the Blade Geist Revenants. It's going to be 4s and 5s though, because of Shade Mist. 4 hits.
Very nice.
Nothing.
Okay.
So that's all the combat.
Indeed. Very nice. I hold my home. I hold that side, and I hold yours. And that's 6. That's a cap, and then I have my battle tactic because that little guy over there.
Yep, very nice.
So a full 10.
Yep, good.
It's pretty nice.
Really good.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, going to be problematic for me, little old me.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what we can do.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Into KO, turn 3.
Yes. Okay, I genuinely have more alive than I expected to have, but it's still going to be really rough to come back from this. That prio was a... I can still potentially score 10 points this turn, though, and we'll see what we can do with that, basically. So we'll play it out anyway, because, I mean, yeah, I've still got a double potential. Where is anyone's game at this point?
Yep.
So my battle tactic is going to be attack on 2 fronts.
Yes.
I'm going to try and attempt to take back my objective here and Karl's home objective. So hero phase, and the only thing I've got is my navigator. I got 2 6s and no 1s. That's a shame. That's a real shame. Wanted to do some damage to this guy.
Yes.
So I'll give my boat +3 move.
Yes.
So I'm going to rally the 1 guy.
Yes.
Just to make him a little bit more reinforced. Never mind.
Not a single one?
1, but...
Wow, okay. I am doing a little magical intervention.
Yeah, to try and shut down the BT.
Exactly. There was a few things. I could have saved it for a counter charge, but I measured it out and it would have been like an 8, 9 even a counter charge. So then it's better to try and get the Burning Head that has a casting value of 5. Here comes my spell.
Oh, yeah.
11. Yeah,
Good.
okay. Ooh.
Oh, you got a 10 and I got a 10.
Oh yeah, 10 minus 1. Wow. The good thing about this one is that the base is exactly enough to be annoying.
Yes.
So if you put it right in the objective here, you can cover it, and it means that they can't...
I can't get onto the objective.
No one can get on it.
No.
With just walking.
Which means that I have to charge it.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes my life very tricky indeed.
But we'll see what you can do in the movement.
Yep. Movement happened for KO. There was a lot of things that were just like annoyingly shy of being able to do fun things. The rally has made my charge longer here. If I'd got 1 guy back, I'd have been 1.5 inches closer to make the charge onto this Burning Head, and less likely to die to the Burning Head as well.
Yep.
Then my boat moved 17, which was 1/2 inch too short to be able to put these guys on this objective.
Yeah.
Which, again, a bit of a shame. I've got both my heroes here to try and shoot into your wizard. And then I have this unit at the back here to shoot into him as well to try and ensure that I get this. It's just that objective over at the back that's the tricky one.
Yes.
Because Alinda is giving me -1 to control score.
Exactly.
-3, basically, on this objective.
Yeah.
So it's something that I need to keep in mind. And this guy needs to die for me
He needs to die, yeah, for sure.
take this back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Annoyingly, I don't even want this.
No.
Really, I need it for the BT.
Yeah.
If I'd had 1/2 inch extra and could have taken this, I could have just ignored this objective completely.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, that counter spell there is the most annoying thing because I might just lose my balloon boy to the Burning Head.
Yeah.
And then I film a BT anyway. But that's a lot of what ifs.
Exactly.
So we'll see what.
Yes.
And what ifs.
Nice one.
Yeah. So then we'll shoot, I guess. You didn't redeploy, you got 1 command point left.
Yeah, mostly because Olinder is covering 12 inch behind these gnashing jaws. Otherwise I was gonna... So like if Brokk charges around, he's not -3, then he gets it even if this guy is alive or not. So I would have redeployed closer. But it's not needed.
Not necessary.
No.
So I'm going to shoot.
Yep.
And I'm going to start off with my little balloon boy that could at the back, and he's going to shoot into the Burning Head.
Very nice.
With his 4 shots on 3s and 3s.
Yes.
3's to hit. 2. 3's to wound. No.
Okay.
Right. Then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to shoot with Brokk. And Brock's going to shoot everything into your wizard. 6 shots hitting on 3s, because no guarded hero now. And wounding on 3s. 2 at rend. Well, doesn't matter.
Rend nothing, so 4 ups. 1 save.
2 damage.
6 ups. Nope, take
Okay,
2.
take 2. And then he has his laser beam.
Yes.
Missed. Hits.
Woohoo.
Wounds.
Okay, here comes a save. Nope.
Damage on this.
D3
+3.
plus 1.
+1.
D3 plus 1. 2 then.
Here. Okay.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
What was it?
D3 plus 3.
Oh,
That's what I said.
well,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
So, he's dead.
Yeah. Yeah! Alright, good. That's good. Alright, I've got my 3 Skywardens. I'm going to put 5 shots into Alinda and 5 shots into the Burning Head. I'm not doing 6, because if I do 6 into the Burning Head, I could kill it.
You're going to hit all of them.
And yeah, because I know that that's when I'm going to hit and wound everything, and I don't want to risk it. So 5 into the Burning Head.
Yes.
Alright, 1 hit.
Okay.
Nothing. Okay.
All right.
Great. So
well, this is dangerous now.
That's super dangerous now
Yep.
because he can't feasibly kill him, and then he dies, and then I fail my BT. 5 shots into Alinda. 4 hits.
-1 to wound.
1.
4 up save. No.
Oh.
4 up ward. Yes.
Okay. All good. That's it then for shooting. So then it's the combat phase,
Yes.
and the odds are not in my favour. That one guy there, just quickly talk this through, is worth 9 victory points to me right now.
It's insane, yeah.
If I failed the rally,
Yeah.
I've still got to make the charge with no
Yeah.
command point reroll.
Yeah.
So we'll try the charge first.
1 model, 9 victory points. Well, that's a
5.
5. He makes it on a 6.
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah.
9 victory points if he lives.
Here goes nothing.
Okay, I have to, because I didn't do any damage to it in shooting, 0 damage to it in shooting, I have to kill it now with my 3 attacks.
Yes. 3 6s.
3 6s, and then you save no wards. Is 3s to hit. They all hit.
Okay, we're there, people. There's hope.
3s to wound. Now he lives. 2. So 4 damage.
So,
You save
ward
1.
1.
Ward 1. So it takes
Take
3. Yep, cool.
There he comes to
So
swing
now,
back.
now the Burning Head has to do 2 damage
So-
to stop me getting 9 VPs.
2d6 attacks. For 8. 7.
7. 2s and 3s.
2s and 3s. 2s. All hit.
Yep.
3s. 4. And ran 2.
6s. Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Isn't Warhammer fun? There's always positives.
Exactly.
You gotta look at the positives. I can do a BT if I take a double turn now, at the very least, but I do have to win prior for that. So overall, I hold my own.
Back to the beginning.
That's it. So I get 1 point
Yes.
because the dice did not go my way that turn.
Not at all.
Like, at all.
Not at all. You literally just had to do
I need to do 3 damage
3
in
damage
shooting.
from the shooting. That's it.
Yeah, or rally 1 guy back.
Or rally 1 guy back.
Because then he would have died with the extra attacks potentially. So
Or be
yeah.
half an inch closer with this boat.
Yeah, exactly.
to
To
begin
take
with.
this one. Yeah, and that would have been
Yeah.
7 extra points if I'd taken that one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Prio, I
Yeah.
guess.
A
A
3.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I take a double. I mean, I
Alright.
have to.
You
Otherwise,
can get a
it's-
BT.
Yeah.
There we go.
But can I? That's the other question.
We'll see.
All right. KO.
Yes.
Turn 4. Okay. KO. Turn 4.
Yes.
I could do a battle tactic because I failed the entirety of my last turn.
Yes.
great.
Well, you got 1 point.
I got 1 point. That's fair. So I'm going to do Reclaim the Realms whilst I have 4 units alive,
Yes.
because this is probably the only opportunity I have to do it. And hopefully I can do it, but it depends on a redeploy from Karl, kind of. So we'll see. Hero phase. Let's roll the Navigator. No 1s again, and a 6. So I think if he's wholly within 18, I'll put it on the boat, but I'll check if he's wholly within 18 in a second. Then I'm going to rally my balloons. 6 dice. I get 2 back. It's nice.
Very nice, yeah. Movement.
Yeah.
Yes, we're back.
Yeah, we are. I've moved he just ran 1 inch, but that's all he needed to get over the line, basically. 6-inch redeploy from these hex rays will shut down my battle tactic. Brokk moved back over here. A 6-inch redeploy from those hex rays will shut down my battle tactic. I've got my balloon boys at the back. A 6-inch redeploy from those hex rays will stop my battle tactic. And then I have my boat there 3 inches away from the burning head to charge it, potentially. And a 6-inch redeploy with a Linder will shut down my battle tactic. So lots of potential to shut down the BT.
Yeah.
If you roll a 6, so where are you going to try it? Where do you want the movement?
I thought I was outside of 12 here. I was just...
No, you're just within 12, I think.
Then I will use these ones for the free movement.
Yeah, so on a 6,
right in the middle.
You stop the BT. It's a 5.
Oh! I'll take the move at least.
Yeah. Shooting phase.
Brokk.
Going to shoot with Brokk into these hex wraiths and see what he can do. 6 attacks on 3s. 3's the wound. 2.
What? Both go
4
through.
damage.
Wow, wow, wow.
Then I have his laser beam.
Yeah.
Hits. Wounds.
Goes through.
5 damage.
Wow,
So 9
wow,
damage.
wow. Here comes my 6-ups. 1 dead, 2 dead.
I'm going to go with the Skywardens. I'll get the name right eventually.
The Arkanaut thing. Oh, Skywardens.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
Into your Blade Geist Revenants. On
Minus
3s,
hit and wound then.
3s, why minus to hit?
Ah, it's not covering fire. It's
my
your
turn.
turn. Oh, shit.
3s and 4s.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
4's the wound.
5 4-ups. Save 4 of them. And a 6-up.
1 dies.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm going to do the boat into the same unit.
Yep.
3's to hit. Everything. 4's to wound. 1. Yeah, 1.
4-up.
2 damage so far. And then we have the big shoots. Both miss.
Okay. 2 6s. No 6s.
Okay. And that's going to do it for all of my shooting because my Navigator ran.
Yes.
Would you like covering fire?
No thanks.
Then we'll charge.
Okay, I'm going to covering fire with the Linder because it is a chance of killing it.
It's only got 5 wounds left, so you could kill it.
And I don't really need the command points right now.
Are you forcing my hand to do an all-out defense as well?
Yes. So 3s, 2s.
No.
Does it go through? Run
5
3?
up. 5 plus.
3.
Oh! A 5, you would have killed it. Okay. Well, I think now I don't charge. Because that burning head probably just kills me.
Ran 3.
Yeah.
Good
8
catch.
attacks, 4-ups, 4-ups.
Jesus, that's so bad.
It's 8 clan rats in a boat. What
And
can
then
I
it
say?
dies. And then I found my BT.
It's dying
It's
for
9
sure.
points again that I lose. Should I just do it for the memes?
It's even worse.
I mean, you have to do it again. It's the same scenario because you lose if you don't.
Yeah, it's round 2. Okay, so a lot of people might be wondering, Tom, why didn't you do Not Waver this turn? It would have been a free battle tactic. And you're absolutely right. But
But here's why.
here's why. I've got a 5th turn coming up.
Yeah.
There is every possibility that I have 2 units still alive
Yes.
at the end of Karl's 2nd turn, at which point a Do Not Waver is probably the only battle tactic that I will have available to me in my last turn. So if this were a team tournament, I probably would have taken Do Not Waver this turn, scored my 10 points, been happy with that, called the game, you know, but it closes that gap. But I'm playing for the win, and the only way to play for the win right now is to take the battle tactic that I can only do with 4 units alive. What it's meant, though, what it's come down to, is the Burning Head stopped me from getting 9 points last turn. And believe it or not, once again, the Burning Head might stop me from getting 9 points again.
Yeah.
Because I could just end my turn now, and then I'd get 5 points. But where's the fun in that? I'm playing for the win, as I said. So that means that I need to charge the Burning Head with my boat,
Yep.
kill the Burning Head,
Yes.
Then I get 10 points.
Yes.
Fantastic. But what's going to happen, and I know it's going to happen, is I charge the Burning Head, don't kill the Burning Head, the Burning Head kills the boat, then I don't get this,
Yep.
and I also fail my BT. And then I'll score 1 point again.
Perfect.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Another thing I could be doing as well, of course, is bringing the Skywardens in with my boat when I charge
Yes.
to the Burning Head. But if I do that, it puts me within 6 of the Blade Geist Revenants because they got a 5-inch redeploy. If they've got a 4-inch redeploy, I could do that, and then I could get my BT and fight the... But no, 5-inch is just enough to stop me from being able to do that as well. So, here we go. Let's charge.
Yes.
Double one on it doesn't matter.
Double one into double one.
This might, if I get into combat now as well, this might be the first time you ever see a frigate use all-out attack.
Yes.
Here we go. He's in. Great. Move him in. You're going to counter-charge me, aren't you?
Yes.
Cool.
I'm not gonna measure. Just roll and
Just
we'll
roll
see.
it and see what Alinda gets.
Yep. Here's the counter charge. Oh, that's an 8.
It
Don't.
might not be enough. It's close.
It's close, but here's the 8. No. Needed a 9. Needed a 10
Probably
almost.
a 10,
yeah.
Okay.
But I don't need my command point, so.
Then we'll combat phase. Okay, frigate.
It is time.
Luckily for me, his combat profile doesn't bracket, so it's still 8 attacks. All out attacking with the
There we go.
frigate,
Yeah.
and hitting on 3s then against the Burning Head. Okay,
I see a lot of
that's
ones from my
4
side.
misses.
Oh dear.
That was a hit, I think.
Okay.
3 to wound. 3 wounds, that's all we need, but you need 1 6 on 6
Yeah.
dice.
6. 1
Oh,
6.
then look at that, it lives.
And then ward. No, it lives.
Okay. Now let's see if the Burning Head can kill my frigate.
2d6 for 6.
Okay, it might live.
It might live.
It's Ren 3 because I'm a war machine.
It is Ren 3. And here's 2.
Oh, it
3,
lives.
1.
It lives.
No, he has 2 wounds left.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's taking 12 from her shoot. Well, 12. Ah, he lives. 1 Ren 3.
6 up. Okay, it's got 1 wound left. Success. Okay, I'm spending my last command point. I'm going to power through with my boat.
What's the damage?
2. All right, it
Oh,
dies.
got 1 6.
Yeah, it does die. And then I'm just going to move as far away as possible, I guess, but touching on the objective.
Yeah.
So that's my turn.
Yep.
I hold 1. I hold 5. So that's 6 points. And then I get my battle tactic of Reclaim the Realms. Very nice.
Crazy.
10-point turn. Luckily, the Burning Head alone didn't stop me from getting 18 points, because that would have been ludicrous. Over to you.
Thank you. Nighthaunt is going to do Seize the Centaur. And then we are going to go into some casting. Olinder is going to summon the Burning Head.
Again.
Okay. You have an unbind?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My Navigator.
I got a 7. Oh, shit.
An 8.
Oh, shit. It had its fun.
Yeah.
And then I am going to cast the Emerald Life Swarm.
Okay.
A 4 and a 4.
Yep, you get that. I don't have an unbind.
Okay, we're back from Nighthaunt movement. Seize the center, check.
Success.
Outside of 3, the Gnashing Jaws.
Yep.
And
My Navigator, no.
yeah, my hex rates are not tagging that objective because A is 1 point, but also if I get a really crappy roll on my Gnashing Jaws, I can't re-roll it. So then I can just charge like exactly in, which means that if I tag this objective, he can then pile and
The
put them in
Navigator
combat.
would be within 6. So you could
Exactly.
pull them into combat and then you fail your battle tactic.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's not worth the 1 point, basically.
No, and if I don't get my battle tag, I can actually lose. So
Yeah.
We don't want that. And then these guys just are outside of 3
Yeah, cool.
to charge. And they're outside of 3 of everything because now we're going to shoot with Olinder into the vessel.
Yes, sounds good. I mean, none of us have any command points, so...
No, here's a 2 and here's a 2. Yeah, 2 2s.
I mean, that's what you called.
Ren 3.
6 up save.
Yeah.
Nope. Dead.
And then we will charge.
Yep.
We'll start with the jaws. 10.
Boom.
And then we'll start with these guys.
Double 1.
9. Oh yeah, no command
No
points.
command points.
Charge abilities, -1 to hit on those guys.
Yep.
And mortals.
On my navigator.
On your navigator, he takes 2, 3.
3. Okay. He's still alive.
All right.
Not for long, though.
And then we're gonna start combat off with my revenants.
Yep.
That's it for the combat.
Yeah, just run through what happened quick.
Yes, we kill these 5 ones.
Yep, no problem.
No problemo. And then
My navigator swung
he survived.
and did nothing, but then he survived.
Yeah, I did.
There's 3 saves,
Yeah.
and he has a 3 up base save, and I rolled like 2 6s and a 5, so he actually lives, which gives me a potential BT now,
Yep.
which is exciting. But yeah, that's about all I'm going to be able to do. So let's roll prio.
Yes, sir.
Well, scoring, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got a 6 anyway.
Yeah. I get 9 points.
Yeah,
the
9
middle
points.
and all the other objective except
Exactly.
that one.
Yeah. So I need to roll a 6 to
Easy.
retain priority. Nope.
Nope.
But do you take a double? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's not. Turn 5.
Yes.
Top of turn 5, Nighthaunt's double turn. Basically, because I can score and block everything out.
Yeah, you
My
scored 6 points and...
Yeah, my plan here is that these hex wraiths, they're gonna rally and hopefully get something back and then just put themselves on this one.
Yeah, because then I can't score any points on that.
Yep, no points in Tom's turn. And then Olinder and the Gnashing Jaws are gonna take care of that little navigator is what it's called. We're gonna do that and these guys are gonna stand here.
Yep.
And then we'll do that off cam. And
yeah, and if in the off chance that the navigator lives, I might be able to get a battle tactic, but then we'll see if he lives, basically.
yeah.
Yeah, let's roll it out, and we'll be back in a sec.
Yep. Back from all that mess.
Yep.
Olinder killed the navigator. Almost, at least. It was
Almost,
close.
yeah.
But yeah, she made it in. And
So that gets you your 6 points.
that gets me my 6 points, which means Tom can't score any points.
Well, I can potentially get 5 points
Okay.
because I can go with Brokk to slay the tyrants.
All right. We'll do that off cam as
We'll
well.
do
then.
that off cam, but ultimately you've won the game.
Yep.
So we can shake on the win at least. And then we can see whether or not I can get 5 points in the last bit.
Yep.
But yeah, you'll probably join us in the wrap-up and we'll explain what happened.
Yep. Join us there.
Okay, that does it for my turn, turn
Yes.
5. We rolled it all off camera. Brokk went in, shot, charged, fought,
Tried his best.
tried his best, his utmost. He managed to
power
put
through and
3
then-
damage on Olinder with the shooting and the combat. Then he did his end of turn thing for D3, he did 2. And then he did his power through because she has 7 wounds, he has 8. And she lived on 1 wound.
Yeah.
So unfortunately I only scored 1 point in my last turn. It would have been 5. With so yeah, I didn't.
I hold that one, no?
Oh, so yeah, I scored 0 points then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have done Slay the Entourage, is what I would have taken.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
instead of
That's what you were trying.
Slay the Tyrants. Yeah, so that's what I was giving it a go. Didn't get it,
Nope.
so 0 points for me, and that is the end of the game. So, Nighthaunt victory. Excellent.
Let's see you in the wrap up.
Yep.
Welcome back to the wrap up of this exciting game.
Yeah. What
What a
a doozy, as
Yeah.
always.
What a game. It came down to a few things, but essentially just one thing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it turned out being one of our less close games that we've
Yeah,
played
yeah.
in terms of scoring.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, there's a couple of moments where it could have gone this way in either of our directions, basically.
Yes. I mean, we played a solid game and did the right moves, so it came down to the prio of
Exactly,
third, essentially,
yeah.
because we all played the way, or we played the way we should have.
We should have played, yeah.
And we play very fast and aggressive armies.
Yes.
So that prio in 3 will always be important in this matchup.
So that was probably the most pivotal moment of the game, as we explained during the battle report. If I'd won the prio there, I would have done as much damage to you as you did to me because you won the prio. But Karl won the prio, unfortunately for me, but fortunately for you.
Yes.
But then the other relevant thing there, the kind of perfect storm in that moment, is that I left the hex rate on 1 wound in my turn.
Yeah.
And then that meant that because Karl won the prio, I couldn't do like a decent redeploy to get all of my balloons out of the way.
Yeah.
If that hex wraith had died, and you'd won prio, I think it would have not been too bad for me because in theory I could have redeployed the boat and all the balloons back, and I think you only rolled a 6-inch charge with the hex wraiths, so they wouldn't have done anything.
No,
they would have just killed the Arkanaut unit, and that would have been it.
Yeah, they would have done nothing for
sure. And then maybe your blade guys pick up 1 6-man.
Yeah, the one over here in the corner,
and that's it. And then it goes to me, and I've got 12 balloons alive and a full health boat that can charge.
Yeah. It was big. It was very big.
Yeah,
for sure.
It
was basically essentially what did the game.
It won you the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That and the prio win.
Yeah.
And then kind of started spiraling after that.
Yeah. Well, the only other spiral after that point really was the
burning
burning head shutting down my battle tactic. As you can see on the score, Karl won, I think, by 11 points.
Yeah.
And you stopped me from getting 9 by getting that burning head off. So if I'd have got that 9 points, it would have only been a minor. It would have been a 2-point game, and it would have been a super close game. Just that burning head just stopped it, and not getting my Skywarden in onto that objective meant that I didn't get 9 victory points. So so overall, honestly, a very close game, all in all.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. It was essentially the way I thought the game was going to go, these two armies against each other. It's very very prio heavy matchup, for sure.
I was feeling quite good because I won the roll-off at the beginning of the game, which meant that I had the potential double, but then the prios didn't go in my favour, so I didn't get to capitalise on it, really.
Yeah, you could have done a really crazy double in 2 as well.
Turn 2 would have been a great double for me also, because I was really pushed up.
Yeah.
And I could have just committed into your castle, because that turn 2 then, if I'd won the prio, then I move everything in and shoot away your executioner, and then I don't have any negatives to attack, I just go straight in.
And probably your Brokk is with you for extra attack and stuff like that. So. For sure.
Overall, very exciting, good game. If you want to have a little bit of a recap through, hopefully you can see a little scoreboard here in Malarkey that shows how it went with priority rolls, which battle tactics we took, and then the overall score at the end.
Yes. Did you have any favorite drop or any?
I mean, this is the first time I've ever played KO in 3rd edition. I've played 4th edition.
Except the Regiment of Renown.
Except the Regiment of Renown. That was my little, my first dabble.
Dip into the KO.
Exactly. So overall...
What do you think of the army overall?
I mean, the army overall is super fun. Like, I love the movement tech you've got. We were talking a lot that it would have been fantastic to have the retreat and charge in this list.
Yes.
I would have loved to have been able to retreat one of the boats and then charge in, especially that turn where it survived on your double. Retreat and charge there would have been nice, because it would have got me the 9 points that I needed. I would have been able to retreat. But to do that, I'm not playing Brokk, and Brock's great. I do actually like him a lot. So +1 attack is real good.
It's really nice.
If you can line it up like I did, so that both Skywarden units get +1 attack.
Yeah.
That's super, super nice. So my favourite drop, probably the Skywardens. I think
solid
they're just
unit.
Straight up better than Endrinriggers in my mind. It's nice that they can heal boats, but they need to be near the boats to do so.
I can see them in like a ironclad list, maybe. And maybe not as much with the
exactly
with these guys.
But the crit mortals, they've got the same shooting output. Yeah, super solid. I am talking, of course, though, with this matchup in mind.
Yes.
Like, these guys have Ren 2 on their combat, so against any other army, maybe Endrinriggers are worth it. So it's a more balanced list, for sure. But yeah, cool army. I'd love to play it again, honestly.
Yeah, we will,
what about
for sure.
you then? Favourite drop?
Favorite drops, Hex Wraith, the one that survived.
The one Hex Wraith.
But it does like both as well. Well, that one because the pivotal moment, but just Hex Wraith units itself. I love that unit. Like, it's so tanky.
Yeah.
With a Shade Mist on it and a 5-up ward. Like, it's 30
wounds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Unrendable. It's so tanky, and it does quite okay damage. And then, like, because they're so tanky, you know, if you don't deal with them straight away, they can start spiraling with charging in combat and retreating and charging.
They're always damage 2 in your turn.
Yeah, exactly. So, and they do the impact hits and give the minus to saves.
Yep.
So yeah, for sure, by far my favorite ones. I mean, the Blade Guys, Revenants, they're great. I just don't. In the tournament setting, you have to be really comfortable playing Nighthaunt with the Revenants because there's so many attacks. And
it's a lot of
in
time.
Sweden, at least, we play with a clock. So
yeah,
your time is being eaten alive.
Yeah, when
essentially.
you're rolling 60 attacks
Yeah.
and 6s are doing things and
Yeah, and then moving these fiddling models that always
Exactly.
get stuck in each other and so
yeah,
on.
it's a time sink.
Yeah, but yeah, Hex Race,
Race.
definitely.
Cool. And then Alinda, obviously, always
I
your
always,
favorite.
yes, always love her. Love her to bits.
That's it then, I think, for
Yeah.
this one. So thanks a lot for watching and making it this far in the battle report. As we said at the beginning, please help us out by liking the video and commenting. If you fancy talking to us any more in depth about your lists or tournaments that you've been going to or anything, then we also have a Discord that you can join.
Yeah.
It's been pretty active recently. It's quite nice, actually, having
Yeah.
some list discussions, and we can give you some input on your lists if you value our input at all. I mean, whatever it's worth.
Yeah.
So
Very
feel
true.
free to join the Discord. Link in the description there. And check out Malarkey if you want
Yes,
to try
check
that
out
out.
Malarkey for sure. It is a very handy tool.
Yes.
When it comes to hosting tournaments, just casual games.
Personal games. Keeping track of your own win-loss ratio
Yeah.
is really nice as well.
It's a great
Yeah.
great tool to have. for sure.
Absolutely. So, yeah.
All
until
of those
next
links
time, I
will be
guess.
in the bottom.
Hmm?
And also, the Discord, Malarkey, everything in the links in
Yep.
the comments.
So, yeah, until next time.
Yeah, until
well,
next time, stay
see ya.
safe. See you
See you
later.
later.
Bye.